Prophecy, the return of the golden goose, anchoring into the new harmonic field. Greetings, my beloved masters of the universe. In this channeling, we are offered a powerful transmission about the sacred threshold. We are now crossing a moment where ancient prophecies of light begin to activate within us. We are reminded that even as the world feels dense or uncertain, a golden energy long foretold is returning to our field. This divine intelligence is here to awaken your inner compass, to help you navigate the rising frequencies with grace, and to guide you into a new reality, where love leads, manifestation flows, and your true self begins to rise in its fullness. Let us now step into the heart of this message together. Mesmerizing potential awaits you in the weeks to come, foreshadowing the return of the golden goose, the golden spectacle of light, that has been foretold for millennia. As you stand on the shoulders of your spinning oracle of truth, you witness the rising of power, benevolence, and might that you have not yet experienced within your very vessel of the time and space continuum. The power, the might, and the absolute adherence to the true navigation point, compass, to the true navigator built into your very vehicle, that allows you to maneuver through the density, the various frequencies and wavelengths that your planet is equipped with. For these dense energies that we speak of are the energies that are beginning to rise. Yes, the density on your planet is rising fast for you now. The waves that create said density are grouping together more and more, but not to engulf, but to release. These said energies are rising because they are leaving your planet, allowing the lighter frequencies to operate in your ethers as we speak. Yes, the density of all that has been is grouping together and lifting out of your planetary grid system in order to allow for more and more light particles to taper down into your conscious and subconscious realities. And when said process occurs, as it does, you begin to feel the same dense energies trying to rise from within your very core, mistaking these very dense energies for something that your mind has been trained to perceive as bad, dangerous, or even poignant. And yet it is the opposite. That is the truth. For in truth, the density that you are feeling is simply the removal, the levitation, the uplifting that is presently occurring on your shore. And so, as the density rises, you are bound to feel all over the place, if you will. You are bound to feel the ups and downs, the side-to-side movements, and, as if you are being pulled in various directions, because, in fact, you absolutely are. And the message that we would like to impart to you today is that the most important aspect of said evolutionary cycles, and the very moment in time, is for you to remain in stillness. As the energies are trying to push you, and sweep you in various directions, your job is to remain steady. You are to remain unwavering. You are to remain an observer, and not a participant of said volatilities. You are to remain at peace, and in absolute anarchical stillness within your vessel of time and space. Simply observe, and allow these energies to rise and pass through you and out of your vicinity. And in so doing, you shall allow yourself to be anchored onto a new plane of existence, where manifestation becomes your birthright, where love is the frequency which is the governing force in your universe, where understanding and absolute coherence to all that you are is no longer obscured, but is absolutely vivid and alive. And so, and thus, in the days and weeks to come, you are to remain steady, benevolent, patient, and understanding not only to your very own self, but also to all who arrive within your sphere of influence. Stay steady, stay patient, stay benevolent. That is all that we have for you now. We love you. We are with you. Goodbye for now. Deciphering the channeling in this channeling, we are told something truly powerful. The weeks ahead carry mesmerizing potential, a kind of cosmic opening. A return of something ancient and golden within us. This golden goose isn't just a symbol, it's a spark of divine radiance that was promised to us long ago. And now, it's reawakening. You might start to feel this in subtle or even dramatic ways. Your inner compass, your intuitive navigation system is being recalibrated. You're being tuned to a higher frequency, a more benevolent and empowered version of yourself that you may not have fully known before. This channeling reminds us that we each have a kind of inner oracle, a knowing that helps us move through the densest energies this planet holds, and that inner oracle is activating now. But here's the key: as the light increases, density also rises, but not to stay. The heavy, old energies, fear, grief, confusion, contraction, are coming to the surface, because they're leaving. Think of it like sediment rising in a stirred glass of water before it clears. These dense waves are not here to pull you under, but to pass through and release from the planetary grid and from your own body. And yet when that density rises, it's easy to misread it. You may feel chaotic, off balance, emotional, even physically unwell. You may think something is wrong, but it's not. The channeling reassures us what you're feeling is not danger. It's not regression. It's detox. It's movement. You are literally being pulled in multiple directions, because your entire energetic structure is being reconfigured. And the most important thing you can do in this moment is stay still within. Anchor into stillness. Don't rush to fix, solve, or control. Let the energy move through you without identifying with it. Be the observer. Let the waves pass. When you do this, you allow yourself to step into a new reality, one where manifestation becomes natural, where love becomes your foundation, where clarity returns, and the fog lifts. So in the coming days and weeks, give yourself and others grace. Be steady. Be patient. Be kind. Not just outwardly, but inwardly. Don't get swept up in the noise or the volatility. Stay rooted. Stay benevolent. That's the path forward now. And above all, remember, you are loved. You are guided. You are never alone. With all my love, Anna Merkaba. 12 Evidence-based health benefits of magnesium. Magnesium can help improve your mood, sleep, exercise performance, blood sugar regulation, and more. You can get it from supplements and in certain foods, like nuts and leafy greens. From regulating blood sugar levels to boosting athletic performance, magnesium is crucial for your brain and body. Yet, although it's found in various foods ranging from leafy greens to nuts, seeds, and beans, many people don't get enough in their diet. Here are 12 evidence-based health benefits of magnesium, and some simple ways to increase your intake. 1. Involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions in your body. Magnesium is found throughout your body. Every cell in your body contains this mineral and needs it to function. About 60% of the magnesium in your body occurs in bone, while the rest is in muscles, soft tissues, and fluids, including blood. One trusted source. One of its main roles is to act as a cofactor helper molecule in the biochemical reactions continuously performed by enzymes. It's involved in more than 600 reactions in your body, including 2. Energy creation, converting food into energy, protein formation, creating new proteins from amino acids, gene maintenance, helping create and repair DNA and RNA, muscle movements, aiding in muscle contraction and relaxation, nervous system regulation, regulating neurotransmitters, which send messages throughout your brain and nervous system. Nonetheless, studies suggest that approximately 50% of U.S. adults get less than the recommended daily amount of magnesium. 1 trusted source. 3 trusted source. Summary: magnesium supports hundreds of chemical reactions in your body. However, many people get less than they need. 2. May boost exercise performance. You may need more magnesium during exercise than when you're resting, depending on the activity. 4. Magnesium helps move blood sugar into your muscles and dispose of lactate, which can build up during exercise and cause fatigue. 5 trusted source. Studies show magnesium supplements may be particularly beneficial for improving exercise performance in older adults and those with a deficiency in this nutrient. 6 trusted source. One older study of 2,570 women associated higher magnesium intake with increased muscle mass and power. 7 trusted source. In a 2019 study, Professional male cyclists players who took 400 milligrams of magnesium per day for 3 weeks experienced improvements in muscle recovery and protection from muscle damage following a strenuous race, compared to cyclists taking a placebo. 8 trusted source. However, more studies are needed, as some research suggests that supplementing doesn't help athletes or active people with adequate magnesium levels. 6 trusted source. Summary: magnesium supplements have been shown to enhance exercise performance in several studies, but results are mixed. 3. May combat depression. Magnesium plays a critical role in brain function and mood. Low levels are linked to an increased risk of depression. 9 trusted source. A 2020 review suggested that stress may deplete magnesium, increasing susceptibility to stress and depression. 9 trusted source. What's more, supplementing with this mineral may help reduce symptoms of depression. 10 trusted source. 11 trusted source. Magnesium benefits and sources. A complete guide. Vertical bar. Nature made. In one small 8-week study, taking 500 milligrams of magnesium daily led to significant improvements in symptoms of depression in people with a deficiency in this mineral. 11 trusted source. Plus, a 6-week study in 126 people showed that taking 248 milligrams of magnesium per day decreased symptoms of depression and anxiety, regardless of magnesium status. 10 trusted source. Summary: magnesium deficiency may be linked to depression. As such, supplementing may help reduce symptoms of depression. 4. May support healthy blood sugar levels. Studies suggest that about 48% of people with type 2 diabetes have low blood levels of magnesium, which may impair the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. 1 trusted source. 1 trusted source. 2 trusted source. Additionally, research indicates that people who consume more magnesium have a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. 13 trusted source. 14 trusted source. According to one review, magnesium supplements help enhance insulin sensitivity, a key factor in blood sugar control. 15 trusted source. Another review reported that magnesium supplements improved blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity in people at risk for type 2 diabetes. 15 trusted source. Summary: magnesium supplements may improve blood sugar levels, insulin sensitivity, and other risk factors for type 2 diabetes. 5. May promote heart health. Magnesium plays an important role in keeping your heart healthy and strong. A 2021 review shows that magnesium supplements can help lower high blood pressure levels, which may be a risk factor for heart disease. 16 trusted source. Another review linked high magnesium intake to a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. 17 trusted source. What's more, one review found that magnesium supplements improve multiple risk factors for heart disease, including triglyceride, LDL, bad cholesterol, HDL, good cholesterol, and systolic blood pressure levels, especially in people with a magnesium deficiency. 18 trusted source. However, more research is needed, as other research has found no effect of magnesium on cholesterol or triglyceride levels. 19 trusted source. Summary: magnesium may help lower blood pressure levels and reduce several risk factors for heart disease. Still, more research is needed. 6. Boasts anti-inflammatory benefits. Low magnesium intake is linked to increased levels of inflammation, which plays a crucial role in aging and chronic disease. 20 trusted source. 21 trusted source. One review of 11 studies concluded that magnesium supplements decreased levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker of inflammation, in people with chronic inflammation. 22 trusted source. Other studies report similar findings, showing that magnesium supplements may reduce CRP and other markers of inflammation, such as interleukin-6. 23 trusted source. 24 trusted source. Furthermore, some research ties magnesium deficiency to increased oxidative stress, which is related to inflammation. 25 trusted source. Summary: magnesium has been shown to help fight inflammation by reducing markers such as CRP and interleukin-6. 7. may help prevent migraine attacks. Migraine headaches can be painful and often cause nausea, vomiting, and sensitivity to light and noise. 26 Trusted source. Some researchers believe that people with migraine are more likely than others to have a magnesium deficiency. 27 Trusted source. Several studies suggest that magnesium supplements may even prevent and treat migraine headaches. 28 Trusted source. In one older study, supplementing with 1 gram of magnesium provided relief from acute migraine attacks more quickly and effectively than a common medication. 29 Trusted source. Eating more magnesium-rich foods may also help reduce migraine symptoms. 30 Trusted source. Summary: people with migraine may have low magnesium levels. Some studies show that supplementing with this mineral may provide relief from migraine attacks. 8. May improve PMS symptoms. Premenstrual syndrome (PMS) is one of the most common conditions in female-bodied people of childbearing age. It often causes symptoms such as water retention, abdominal cramps, tiredness, and irritability. 31 Trusted source. Some research suggests that magnesium supplements help relieve PMS symptoms and other conditions such as menstrual cramps and migraine attacks. 32 Trusted source. This may be because magnesium levels fluctuate throughout the menstrual cycle, worsening PMS symptoms in those with a deficiency. As such, supplements may help reduce the severity of symptoms, including menstrual migraine attacks. 33. One study found that taking 300 milligrams of magnesium daily helped decrease bloating, depression, and anxiety in college students with PMS compared with a control group. 34. Still, more recent, high-quality studies are needed to determine whether this mineral can improve symptoms regardless of your magnesium levels. Summary: some studies suggest that magnesium supplements help improve PMS symptoms, though more research is necessary. 9. May promote bone health. Magnesium is crucial for maintaining bone health and protecting against bone loss. In fact, 50–60% of your body's magnesium is found in your bones. 35 Trusted source. Some studies associate lower levels of this mineral with a higher risk of osteoporosis, which causes bones to become brittle and weak. 36 Trusted source. A 3-year study in 358 people undergoing hemodialysis, a treatment to help remove waste and water from the blood, showed that those who consumed the least magnesium experienced 3 times more fractures than those with the highest intake. 37 Trusted source. Moreover, one recent review of 12 studies linked high magnesium intake to increase bone mineral density in the hip and femoral neck, both areas susceptible to fracture. 38. Summary: magnesium is important for bone health. Some studies tie a higher intake to a lower risk of osteoporosis, fractures, and bone loss. 10. May support better sleep. Magnesium supplements are often used as a natural remedy for sleep issues such as insomnia. This is because magnesium regulates several neurotransmitters involved in sleep, such as gamma-aminobutyric acid. 39 Trusted source. One review of older adults with insomnia found that magnesium supplements lowered the amount of time it took people to fall asleep by an average of 17 minutes. 40 Trusted source. Another study in nearly 4,000 adults linked increased intake of this mineral to improve sleep quality and duration. 41 Trusted source. Furthermore, another study associated higher magnesium intake in women with a reduced likelihood of falling asleep during the daytime. 42 Trusted source. Summary: increasing your intake of magnesium through foods or supplements may help treat certain sleep issues and improve sleep quality. 11. May help reduce anxiety symptoms. Some research suggests that magnesium helps treat and prevent anxiety. 43 Trusted source. For example, one study of 3,172 Iranian adults associated increased magnesium intake with a lower risk of depression and anxiety. 44. Similarly, a small 6-week study found that taking 248 milligrams of magnesium daily significantly reduced anxiety symptoms. 10 Trusted source. Other research suggests that magnesium deficiency may increase your body's susceptibility to stress, which may amplify symptoms of anxiety. 45 Trusted source. One review concluded that magnesium supplements might help reduce mild to moderate anxiety, but noted that research is conflicting and that the effects of supplements haven't been studied beyond 3 months. 46. Summary: magnesium may help reduce symptoms of anxiety and decrease stress, but more studies are needed. 12. Safe and widely available magnesium is essential for many aspects of health. The recommended daily intake is 400-420 milligrams for males, and 310-320 milligrams for females. 35 Trusted source. You can get this mineral from both food and supplements. Food sources: the following foods are rich in magnesium. 35 Trusted source. Pumpkin seeds, 37% of the DV per ounce, 28 grams. Chia seeds, 26% of the DV per ounce, 28 grams. Spinach, boiled, 19% of the DV, per 1/2 cup, 90 grams. Almonds, 19% of the DV per ounce, 28 grams. Cashews, 18% of the DV per ounce, 28 grams. Black beans, cooked, 14% of the DV, per 1/2 cup, 86 grams. Edamame, cooked, 12% of the DV, per 1/2 cup, 78 grams. Peanut butter, 12% of the DV, per 2 tablespoons, 32 grams. Brown rice, cooked, 10% of the DV, per 1/2 cup, 100 grams. Salmon, cooked, 6% of the DV, per 3 ounces, 85 grams. Halibut, cooked, 6% of the DV, per 3 ounces, 85 grams. Avocado, 5% of the DV, per 1/2 cup, 75 grams. Supplements: if you have a medical condition, check with your doctor before taking magnesium supplements. Though these supplements are generally well tolerated, they may be unsafe for people who take certain diuretics, heart medications, osteoporosis medications, proton pump inhibitors, or antibiotics. 47 Trusted source. Forms that tend to be absorbed well include magnesium citrate, glycinate, orotate, and carbonate. 3 Trusted source. May 2025 Galactic Numerology Energy Frequencies. Galactic Numerology welcomes you to this month of May 2025, and, as you navigate upon your life path, it is transmitting supporting and nourishing energies for you in this transmission. We are thrilled to be here, and in assistance and co-creation with you. In this transmission, we are presenting key frequencies that constantly influence your life, and those that spark a strong energy and hold a deeper meaning for you. By aligning with them, you can tap into their wisdom and allow your soul to guide your evolution with greater awareness and growth, experiencing the beautiful tapestry of the divine you. As we spiral through the energies of May 2025, listen with an open heart and enjoy the journey as we rise into new and expanded states of consciousness. Bring your full presence and allow yourself to fully receive the benefits of this transmission. In this 5th month, there is more revealing of the divine feminine within all of creation. This energy cannot be denied, as it has been for eons. Now, it flows through everything with a steady and flowing current, and nothing can stop what is destined to be the perfect union and harmony of the divine feminine and divine masculine, which is the natural state of creation. It's time to feel this energy. It's powerfully blessing your life when you turn your attention within to begin to experience it in a whole new way. In traditional numerology, 5 embodies change, adaptability, and the spirit of new beginnings. Through the sacred lens of wholeness and galactic numerology, the energy of 5 becomes a reviving force, awakening your soul's blueprint for this lifetime, and calling you to embrace change not as disruption, but as a pathway to flourishing and expansion. This is your invitation to welcome new experiences, rekindle your sense of adventure, and set your spirit free by breaking free from stagnation. By honoring your true desires, you unlock doors to unimagined possibilities. This, dear one, sparks a renewed sense of purpose, vitality, and joy, helping you move forward into a life that is vibrant, expansive, and deeply aligned with your soul. You feel this, you feel the resonance of it. The rise of ascension energies and the infusion of high vibrational consciousness are unmistakable now. As you step into the sacred gateway of May, this 5th month, the currents of awakening are growing even stronger. They move through you, stirring, awakening, touching the places that have long slumbered for eons. It's calling forth what has been laying dormant to rise and live again, your gifts, your abilities. Listen closely, something within you is ready to be resurrected, to be remembered, and to be reclaimed. Resurrection is renewal, it's the restoration of your wholeness. It's the illuminating process of remembering who you truly are, now more visibly and palpably than ever before. Your soul is calling you to embody your essence in full radiance. This is the divine you, and to transcend the ancient illusion, or the fragmentation, that has echoed across your many lifetimes. You are here now to reclaim unity, and to remember that eternal, infinite oneness, that has never truly been lost. It cannot be lost, it has just been sleeping. 5. Awakening it. Even as the outer world may still be telling the old stories of separation, of division, you're not bound to them. Your higher self, your eternal soul, is calling you from within into the awakening of your divine nature. Follow those whispers of your inner knowing, you will see the paths illuminated before you and doorways that are opening that you never imagined were there. This is the time of great awakening. As you awaken, you become the breath that dissolves the veils of illusion, and the spark that ignites your transformation. You no longer need to settle, you no longer are slumbering. What adventures are calling to you now? What new joys are ready to spring forth into your life? Dare to answer the call, dear one. The entire universe is singing you forward. Enjoy all May 2025 offers. Our blessings are with you, and we complete our transmission now. Kryon is the planet stuck in time. Greetings, dear ones. I am Kryon of Magnetic Service. This particular phrase has been asked a lot lately. Is it possible this planet is stuck? And the reason it is being asked repeatedly is that's what it feels like. No progress, going back and forth into old energy and new energy. It just seems to circle around and never get any better. It has an odd feeling about it, even with the time that you are experiencing. Is it possible to be stuck in time? Well, if you would ask those galactic ancestors, they would smile, and they would say, welcome to something you didn't expect. Those galactic ancestors all experience something that this planet right now is as well. How would you define childlike phrases to explain time? If a child asked you, Mom, Dad, what is time, what would you say? So many would say, I would not know what to say. It's almost not describable, especially to a child. And then you start realizing that time may encompass a lot more than you think. Is it really simply a series of events that happens one after another that never stops happening? And then it creates history, and the future is the attribute of it not happening yet. And how is that any kind of a description of time? Time actually is seen as another dimension. And in that you have to say, well, if time has its own dimensionality, that means that the human being moves into other dimensions, that time might change as well. You're right. And if that's how you're thinking, you're right. Also, I want you to be aware of something, and it isn't anything that's easily explainable. Here it is. Dimensionality has its own mathematics. It has its own structure. It has its own formula. And that is what separates it in physics, you might even say, from one dimensionality to another. And so when those say we're moving into another dimension, you might also say you're moving into a whole different vibration of structure, and in that vibration of structure, there are formulas. You don't know them. The physicists are discovering them. That's how they identify different dimensionalities, but they all have structure. So this begs a question, and the question is time something that would also have a formulation to it, rules perhaps that would change depending on the dimensionality? And the answer is yes. 1 year ago, or so, I gave another channel that was similar, asking if time repeats itself. This particular channel asks another thing. Are you stuck? Perhaps it repeated itself, and now it isn't, because you're stuck, and that's the way it feels, dear owns. But back then I also gave you another concept, and let me review that for a moment. Time indeed repeats itself. And if you could apply the structure of mathematics, and the formulas of time, you could target where you would be in a year, or so or more based upon where you were a year before or two. In other words, it had structure, and it literally informed those who were looking at it that it was in a circle, definitely in a circle. That it never went beyond a certain place, if you want to call it that, a linearity, a track, that went anywhere but back upon itself. And so time was constantly repeating like a train around a track. Now, this is a review of what I gave you a year ago, but I want you to understand this because of what is happening now. That track that you were going around in was called the old energy, and it never got any better. What you call an older, darker, you might say negative energy on the planet had been here for a very long time, centuries, and never got any better. You can show that by the consciousness that you could apply to history, and how wars became more wars became more wars. You got a little better at killing. But the consciousness never got any better. And so one war became another, and so on, and conquerors were plenty. All of that changed, and we told you it did. In that time frame which we call the shift, which was predicted as the beginning of the precession of the equinoxes, and we told you that instead of going around in a circle on a track, there was a siding you took. So picture yourself on a train going around a circle, and suddenly a switch is thrown, and you go to another siding. And that seems to go in a straight line instead of a circle. And we told you a year ago that this is what has happened to humanity. And what is uncomfortable with that is you've never been there. There is an odd comfortability, you might say, comfortableness with that going in a circle, because as long as you were visiting where you had been before, you knew your way around. This is what the old consciousness counted on, that the programming for decades, for eons, if you wish to say, at least centuries of old energy would prevail and humanity wouldn't change much. And suddenly it did. Now here you are asking another question: are you stuck? Dear owns, you're not stuck at all, but it feels like it. It feels like it because this is another kind of time. I started this channel by giving you that which is the idea that time has changed for you, because the dimensionality you're in has also changed. There are those who are very linear about dimensions, and saying, well, obviously you're moving into the fifth dimension, because you came from 4. And we have said, before, that is the linear mind then projecting itself to a place it's never been. There is less and less linearity in other dimensions. And we also told you that dimensionality may look so different when you go into a higher one, because it contains many, you might even say you go 1, 2, 3, 4, all, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is more accurate if you wish to know the accuracy. So the time you're in is starting to feel more and more like, are you ready? The now. Now you understand what we are saying. The now is I would say, a dimensionality of its own, a change in time, so you are less aware of the past, or the future, and you're starting to live in this grander now which seems like a place that doesn't change much, but it does, and that says you're stuck. Oh, but you're not. Instead, dear owns, you're in another time frame that's actually allied to the future and the past. Ready? In a now form. In other words, what you can do now in this dimension can change the past and the future. It's not being stuck, dear owns. It's an advancement of dimensional time. Some of you don't like it. You don't like the feeling of it. You've never been here, dear owns. Why don't you start aligning this with a higher awareness? What if time is starting to become part of a love dimension? What if you're looking at the benevolence that is starting to be laid upon the track your train is on? You've never felt that either. You're anxious and worried about the future. What if instead, this new kind of time actually enhances a higher vibrational human being with an awareness of the now? I just gave you the answer. You're not stuck. You're more aware. All of these things are a new perception to so many of you, those who watch this program, those who are trying to find the compassion and the kindness in life, those who are looking for a peaceful time, Can I tell you something right now just between us? You are feeling an enhanced form of love that is coming into you and through you, and time is just one of them. There is so much that you are now starting to receive because you've asked for it, because you've looked for it, because you're a seeker, and you're watching this particular program, this particular channel, and I just explained it to you. You're starting to react to something that was always told would be there. This is a new energy you are entering into, and you are the forerunners. You are the way showers. You are here first. Relax in it all, and feel the loving arms of spirit around you in this new time frame, if you wish to call it that, which is actually the beginning of compassionate action for all humanity. Dear ones, I am Kryon, in love with you all. Be peaceful with what is new. And so it is. The one, the pause. It is the one. Thank you. You are right now poised. I'm not hearing anything. Poise for progression. Are you saying poised or paused? It is both actually. As you ready yourself for this next hurdle, there is a moment of waiting. It is a relatively long moment. You are advised to take full advantage of it and to utilize the break. Break in what? Intensity of frequency shifts. This next moment is a time of adjustment for you. As events present themselves to you in the coming days, personal events, look at them from a perspective of reflection. For they will ask you to reevaluate something felt, said, or done in your past, and respond differently. Respond from a point of control, and with a focus on possibility, not on scarcity. For scarcity was the predominant mindset in the life of the slave. We speak here of not only material scarcity, for certainly there is that. We speak also of emotional and intellectual and spiritual scarcity. For the damage felt from these penetrates so much deeper. These ideas have been fed to all of you, to the masses, via media. This moment now affords you the opportunity to review your prior responses to these teachings and act differently. It is time to try a new game. It is the end of the slavery game, with its lack, separation, hoarding, ownership, and privilege. The new era, which is what waits after this poise pause, considers instead a base frequency of prosperity in all things. The assumption is that there is plenty to go around, and there is always more. There is no debt because there is equality. All are equally worthy and provided for. The mindset of lack suppressed global love. The mindset of lack created fear, and in that mindset much damage ensued. Damage to people, relationships, and life itself. The poise is being discussed now, because you will want to have a clear perspective as things around you change. Consider the ways in which you held on for dear life, as if there wasn't enough money, time, health, love, truth, justice, kindness, compassion, etc. That assumption is about to be flipped on its head and reversed. There is a new assumption for the race. It is held in place by the youngest of you. It is introduced by those elders, who are masters themselves, here now to guide the race. You call these your starseeds, your warriors, your angels, your wanderers. All of you holding the assumption, like a grid, across the planet. Know that these assumptions will easily adapt and reform everyday things. They will look different according to where they are seated and blooming. Now, do you see why so many of you are spread all over the land? It was necessary for the foundation to be held in place. All of this is frequency. Change, which is creation, is rooted in frequency. What gets turned on its head now is the assumption that a show of feelings, with the exception of anger, is somehow a show of weakness. Nothing could be further from the truth. Emotion fuels creation. You may liken it to the paint on the brush or the ink on the quill. In order for art to be made manifest, the one holding the brush or the quill has to feel something. It is with emotion that art is created. It is when art evokes emotion that it is called a masterpiece. I tell you this, my dear ones, you are right now poised and paused before your own masterpiece is birthed. Use this moment well. It affords you the opportunity to hone your skill set and reflect on what it is you truly want. For what comes from this pause is the foundation of your new earth. Nourish it with compassion and love, and watch as it flourishes. You are witnessing the power of unlimited potential. It is unlike anything that has been here before. You are in for such a treat. It will be worth every step taken. That is all. Thank you. Source: arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.